checking in again today on July the 20th, 2013 from beautiful Perth, Ontario. And with me here is Matthew from the Classic Theatre Festival. And you've already explained to me this great historic exhibit about theatre, Canadian theatre connections, and the connection with Perth as well. What do we have on this side now?
On this side, we have some of the kind of golden age of the Stratford Shakespeare Festival from the 1950s and the 1960s. And again, one of the things that's really exciting about that era is the vivid costume design and the sense of color. And we also have a couple of portraits, actually, of my father, again, from Gordon Pinson. This is from Antony and Cleopatra, and that one over there is from the Merchant of Venice. And again, this is something that this generation of performers was very much into all aspects of the arts, and it was something they were passionate about. And you know, so I grew up with this guy, and I often saw that scowl.
Oh, did you really?
I was getting into trouble.
Okay.
And one of the things that's great about this generation, this is before film and TV really were the medium of choice for a lot of people. So most people's entertainment was going to a community hall or a church basement or a local theater to see the folks from Stratford actually taking their shows out across the country. And just behind you here, this is a portrait of my mother, Deborah Cass, and she's playing Mrs. Eynsford Hill in a show called Pygmalion, which was the basis for My Fair Lady. And this was painted in Sault Ste. Marie in 1960, and we didn't even know about this until 1985 when she was at the St. Lawrence Centre in Toronto, and somebody discovered this, and this lovelorn guy fell in love with her on the stage, painted her from memory, and sent this to Toronto, and it eventually wound up in the archives. We also have here examples of historic costumes that have been used in local Perth productions at the Balderson Theatre, as well as some of the tools of the trade of an actor. So you've got everything from makeup to false noses.
Oh, show me a false nose.
Here's a false nose right there.
That's a very sick-looking nose.
Yes,
let
indeed.
me tell you. I wouldn't want to wear that one.
Yes, but as you can imagine, when you're doing a play like Cyrano de Bergerac or something like that, you need to do that. This is May Marks, again, who was part of the Marx Brothers tradition here in Perth. And again, some of this is some of the powder that was used in the 1940s and 50s, as well as the false mustaches and little bits of hair that were also used by the actors.
Perfect.
You'll see that often from that era, people used to smoke out of those kinds of